Good evening, Draftaholics, and welcome to Draft Punks, the highest alert draft channel on the internet. My name is Sam, known on the internet as Calm Mirror, and I'm joined this weekend every week by Adrian Walker. How we doing, Adrian?
Low alert over here. Very low. Everything is hyper normal.
Have you kept up with the Kaldheim spoilers?
I have. I was part of the conversation today. The second white god looks kind of good.
The kind of the taxes.
Yeah, the taxi one.
Yeah.
It's not a car. I know vehicles are in the set, but it's not a taxi.
Speaking of vehicles, I think the funeral longboat, if that's what it's called, that looks quite good.
Yeah, that looks super good, actually. That gives me crazy sort of sky skiff /
I mean, it's basically a smuggler's copter.
Yeah. Only without the guards.
I'm expecting the band in standard announcement any moment now.
Like, it just seems really good, right? It's like a really cheap attacker that they have to kill on your turn.
Yeah, in most aggro decks, I think it'll be just a 2-mana 3/3, and it's colorless, so it seems like a...
It's got vigilance.
Seems very strong. Crew 1 is just nothing. It's like equip 1.
Yeah.
And speaking of, there's a new short sword variant with equip 1.
The short sword that costs 2, but whenever it connects, you make a treasure.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
So, yeah, short sword that ramps you?
Yeah, seems fantastic. And the fact that it's like, and they did it in the way that is the best, where the cost is up top, not on the equip.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can get your short sword value where you're just flipping around this +1/+1 counter, but also it ramps you.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I hope the vehicle and the short sword don't point us in a direction that's hello. Don't point us in a direction that's super aggro, because I tend to like draft formats that are a bit on the slower side. But anyway, speaking of slower side,
we're going slow.
We've got my precious here.
We do
I think there's an argument between Mass Manip and Gate Colossus. Gate Colossus is very strong.
Yeah, they basically need the exile spell.
Yeah.
It is not hard to draft a lot of gates.
Yeah, but yeah, this card's just bananas.
Yeah, but control effects are just always fantastic. Never a frown.
Yeah, this one can grab multiples as well. I played with Mass Manipulation on the day 2 of GP Sydney a couple of years ago, which was a limited GP, and I managed to draft Mass Manip. And I have very fond memories of quite a long game I played against an Azorius control player, and oh my god.
Oh boy.
Can we just do Simic 8 drops?
Simic ramp? Hey. Growth Spiral. That's in this format.
It is. God, this can't be good, right? 8 mana is just so much.
Yeah, that's the thought, right?
Yeah. I do like Law Mage's Binding. I'm kind of leaning towards this.
Yeah, Binding is good. I remember Binding being quite the control piece.
Yeah, I mean, there's no blue cards here aside from Quench. So I think it's this. I mean, Savage Smash is really good in the Gruul decks. Yeah, it's kind of a weak pack overall. So yeah, I'm happy with this. Draft some sort of blue-white control deck.
Take them away.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I played against this blue-white control player, and I threw out just a 3-drop or a 4-drop or something before I hit my last land for Mass Manip, and he threw Absorb at it. I was like, oh my god, I've got him. And then next turn I hit my land for Mass Manipulation for 2 or 3 or something. And
oh, damn.
The look on his face when he realized what he'd spent his counterspell on.
Oh no.
This I remember being somewhere near the best uncommon in the set.
Yeah, Information Campaign.
Information Campaign. Yeah, this thing was just bananas. It's just like an engine in one card. You just pick up a bunch of the blue-white draw spells and removal spells, and just
I think I drafted it a couple of times. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So we could be clear the mind deck with this sort of start, but we don't need to be. I'd be perfectly happy just being a blue-white control deck with Dove and Security. Spirit of the Spires is okay. I don't know what we're combining this with, but it is a good card.
I'm definitely not a guild mage.
No. This is fine. This, I remember being...
That was good. This was a good card.
Being quite good.
This was sort of the artful takedown of the set.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we've got a guild gate in here. We've got a Knight Arbiter.
Interesting, yeah.
I do remember liking the Knight Arbiter.
Yeah, me too. It was kind of a little bit better than it looks. Great if we can pick up some alerts, but we won't talk about that. Yeah, Azorius Guildgate, great. Blade Juggler, amazing.
Fantastic.
I think Syndicate Guildmage was the worst of the Guildmages in this set.
Yeah, definitely one of the weaker ones.
Yeah.
This card, however, oh man. Oh, yeah. Just like in the Tamer half Riot, half Adapt deck, and you get this guy to adapt multiple times. So good.
Yep. At that same GP on day one, I had exactly what you talked about. I had this with adapt guys and just went off.
Nice.
Very powerful. Okay, Biogenic Upgrade, very good if you are green.
Very good if you're green. We've got a guild gate in here. Summary Judgment isn't terrible.
Yeah, I think this is probably where we want to be. I suppose we do want to pick up these guild gates just because the color requirements on mass manipulation are pretty intense.
Yeah, a lot of blue.
I think I'd rather pick up the removal for this kind of deck first.
Sounds good.
Done.
Summarily pick that card. Now, that's a Humongulous, or is it a Screaming Shield?
Could well be Screaming Shield.
Because this card is far better than it looks.
Yeah, decent sort of win condition for this sort of setup.
Yeah.
I think it's between this and the Simic Guildgate. But yeah, I don't mind having this as a win condition.
Excellent. Okay, more Humonguli, but also another Summary Judgment.
Yeah, there's also a Skitter Eel, which I don't mind, but I think I like Summary Judgment a little bit more. I think this is where we want to be with this sort of deck.
Yeah, so if I was to make a judgment about what kind of season it was right now, what kind of judgment would that be?
That'd be not sure. Can you just give me the quick version of summary?
Well, it is summer right now, so I will judge summarily that it is summer. And I've summed that up for you, have I? Oh, nice. Sphinx's Insight.
This is exactly what we want. This is how I remember these decks working. You just play Sphinx's Insight with Dove Insecurity on the board. Gain life, draw cards, play this, gain life, draw cards. Opponent can't ever kill you. Yeah.
Azorius Knight Arbiter blocks all their creatures.
Yeah.
Restless Admonition. Very, very good. I think we're the only Azorius drafter on the table.
I think we might be. Yeah, getting Sphinx's Insight that late is a pretty good sign.
And getting Admonition and Senate Griffin that late as well.
Yeah. This was fine, but not incredible. I'd probably take Thought Collapse if the Admonition wasn't here. Because I would like to pick up a few of these. I think you generally want a few hard counters in these decks. Like they do play like very controlling decks. But Admonition is great.
Ooh. All right.
That is not a hard counter, but I think I'll play one of these.
Yeah, seems good. I mean, like... And, worse comes to worse. You tax him out of 2 mana or something.
Yeah. So I don't mind if we leave Quench on the bench. But...
I mean, neither do I. The Quench bench.
Alright, this is looking excellent so far. We've got one big finisher, one engine, and a bunch of just like good control pieces. We probably do need to pick up a few more creatures if we're going to make the Screaming Shield work, but...
That is a good point.
Some dudes. I'll take a Gateway Plaza in case we end up splashing.
Gateway Plaza does look good.
Shame none of those Azorius Guild Gates came back.
Yeah, I get the sneaking suspicion someone at the table is drafting a Gates deck.
Because we did pass a Gate Colossus, although that'll be in the other direction to us right now. But yeah, there was a Gate Colossus opened.
Yeah, man, the Gates deck was very good. Like if
it was very cool in this set.
The Gatebreaker Ram.
The Gatebreaker Ram was
God
just
damn.
nuts. Yeah.
Okay, so
were you playing on Arena when RNA first launched?
Yeah, I reckon I was.
Because it became infamous at the time because the bots never took the gates, and so the objectively correct thing to do every draft was take nothing but gates and gate payoff cards, and you would get there every draft.
Right, okay.
The goal was to end up with no fewer than 15 gates.
Damn. That's
a
lot of
gates.
Gate
Out of every pack, unless there's a Gatebreaker Ram or a Gates payoff.
That's a booster pack full of Gates. Well, there's a Clear the Mind, but not much else.
Interesting. I mean, Kaya's Wrath is great, but not where we're at.
Yeah.
We could splash a Mortify. That doesn't
yeah.
seem unreasonable. There is a Guild Gate.
Pick up a couple of Azorius Guild Gates.
Or do we take a Clear the Mind? We do have the makings to be an actual Clear the Mind deck.
The question is, like, will we wheel Clear the Mind?
Yeah. And do we want to splash? And I don't know the answer to that question. I think I'm leaning towards take the Clear the Mind, because we don't want two of these. You always want two so you can loop them.
True. Yeah, okay.
And we're doing pretty good on the removal front. Right, we've got Mass Manip, and we've got
Binding,
All Mages Binding, and
Definition.
Double Summary Judgment. And then these kind of remove creatures as well. Yeah, I think I'm happy with Clear the Mind.
Yeah, seems good.
All right, we're doing Clear the Mind things.
Azorius cards, please. Well. Shimmer?
That's not great. Grasping Thrall is very good.
Yeah, I guess that
splash it.
And we do have a Gateway Plaza, so black's not totally out of the question.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I think I'm on Shimmer though. If we're playing best of three, even picking this second pick is pretty disastrous. But
oh yeah, we'll get that like last pick. No worries.
Yeah. Right,
Shimmer me timbers.
I guess it's a way to pick up Dove Insecurity.
Scuttlegator can go in the deck. I don't know about Eyes Everywhere. I guess it's not bad. Like it's really good if they can't pay the blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
I think it's the pick. I do remember this being a little better than it looks. But there's just nothing else here for us. So if we end up putting this on the Quench bench, I won't be upset. But
yeah, neither. And I guess it's like less good in best of one because we can't board it out or in.
Yeah. Oh wow, we are not getting hooked up.
We're getting hooked down.
Yeah.
This is another
like a
Shimmer?
grotesque demise. I really don't like. I don't even want to play one of these. I definitely don't want to. I'm going to take this just in case that black splash happens, which was not uncommon with these decks. You would often splash for Mortify or any of the other black removal spells.
Yeah, a lot of the time you'd see them as an Esper deck.
Yeah, exactly. Let's move this.
Okay.
All right.
Now we're talking.
Oh, the Simic cards.
Yeah, interesting.
I don't think this is for our deck. I don't think this is for our deck either.
But Law Mage's Binding is.
Yeah, so we've currently got only one creature, I think.
Yeah.
Shield. That's alright. Oh, can we get some, was it Wall of Lost Thoughts? Is that what it was called?
Yes, that was it.
Yeah, that'd be perfect for us.
Was that in this set?
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't in Guilds.
One and a blue 0/4 when it ETB's mill 4. Mill target player for 4.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was in RNA because the mill deck was comprised of Screaming Shield, that, and Clear the Mind for yourself.
Clear the Mind. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of the perfect card for this deck, right? Because it sits in play and it blocks their 2 to 3 drops, and then you just use your removal on everything bigger than that.
Yeah,
and it wears a Screaming Shield, it mills them out.
And now your 0-4 is like an 0-7. Oh yeah.
Ooh. Sphinx of Nuprov.
That's a creature.
Okay, looks good to me. I would probably play an Azorius Locket in this deck. Just another way to get a bit of card advantage, but yeah, Sphinx is a good one.
I think we need
Vigilance means it can attack and wear the shield.
Yeah, I think we do need to pick some creatures.
I mean, if the shield doesn't end up getting in there, that's not the end of the world.
Look at this pack. Law Magic Binding. That card was great. I remember really, really enjoying that.
Yeah, when the set first came out, I thought this was an absolute dud. I didn't think it'd be good at all, and then I saw it in action in the Orzhov decks. So, whoo!
Yeah.
Very powerful. Again, I would love to get these guild gates, but not over Law Magic's Bindings. I would love to get more Sphinx's Insights as well. We need some more card advantage in here.
Yes, agreed.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Now we're getting hooked up.
Cool. All right, this is good.
So, like, the 3 players to our right opened Azorius cards.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know whether they were just not Azorius cards opened, or whether someone to our left is in Azorius. I mean, we didn't pass much in those colors.
I don't think anyone is. I think maybe the packs have just been a little bad for blue and white.
Yeah, just broken in awkward
because
ways.
We've seen Sphinx, Depose, Deploy, Binding.
Yeah.
I think we're looking pretty good if we're drafting Azorius. I think we're getting our flavor crunched by too many people.
All right, nice.
There's a guild gate.
Cool.
Not great.
This has the great honor of always being in the sideboard.
Correct. Very good. And I has the great honor of hearing that joke. Ah, very nice.
Okay, Guildgate Wheeling is a great sign. That's exactly where we want to be. Can we get some more of them?
The answer is no. Hey, there's that Exposed to Daylight we almost first picked.
Excellent. Let's take some gems. If this was best of 3, I definitely would have taken that, but it's best of 1. So, no dice.
Yeah, not the format for sideboard cards.
Unfortunately. Mind you, with this kind of deck, you could easily go to time in game 1.
True.
If this were a paper draft.
Look, it's fine.
I mean, if we end up splashing, there's a chance we play that.
Like, we gotta wait for picks like 13, 14, 15 for the good stuff.
For the guild gates?
Well, the guild gates and the rest of the blue-white cards.
Ah, right.
This ain't them.
It's that shimmer that we almost had 3rd or 4th pick.
Yeah. Oh.
Commando. Is he wearing pants? Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. Okay.
Don't think we're going that deep.
You never know. Hey, look, if you're persistent about it enough. Ooh, very good.
Okay.
Oh. Not an amazing combo with the mill plan.
No, I don't think so. That's such a shame.
There is a Chillbringer, and there is a Sphinx's Insight in this.
There is a Chillbringer, and there is a Sphinx's Insight. I think I'm leaning towards Sphinx's Insight. I think this is exactly what we want in this deck.
Fair.
I think more expensive flyers. So there's a new variant of this in the new set. I don't know if you saw.
I think I did. I can't remember what it's called though.
No, I think it was in a foreign language, but it was 4 and a blue, 4/4 ETB, tap target creature. If you spent a snow mana on it, it doesn't untap during its control's next untap step.
Which seems a little worse. Oh, wait, no, the stats are better, right?
Yeah, it's a 4/4 rather than 3/3.
Right. Oh, man,
Oh my
Biogenic
god.
Ooze. Oh, it's such a house.
Oh, someone's going to get a third pick Biogenic Ooze.
Damn. That card was obscene.
This was like top 3 cards in this set. This
So
thing is
good.
absolutely unreal.
Like, just
Is
unstoppable.
there any way that we splash it? We've got a Guild Gate and a Gateway Plaza. We'd need to take like every Simic Guild Gate that we see.
Yeah, basically. But then again, what else do we take in this pack? Oh, probably the Messenger or the Locket.
Yeah, like Messenger's fine. I'm gonna take this. If this were pod draft, I would definitely take this, just because there's nothing here for us. If we end up getting a bunch of Simic Guild Gates, great.
Oh.
If we don't, that's totally fine.
Another Depose Deploy.
Or Azorius Skyguard. I think I like the Skyguard.
Yeah? We could also wheel the blue-white card.
Well, I mean, they're both blue-white. I guess an Orzhov or Simic player could take this just for the front half, but
I reckon... I'm ready to be wrong, but I reckon you could wheel the Skyguard.
yeah, I don't know. I just think it's so much better. Like, that text on it is so relevant.
Fair enough. Well, I guess now we have to see.
That's a tough pick, though. Oh, Gates Ablaze.
Gates Ablaze is good.
So very good.
No Gates Ablaze to our right.
This was not very good. This is not very good.
Yeah, it was medium. Ill-gotten inheritance. Like, do we find ourselves finding our way to black?
Yeah, so this was the most controversial card in the set, I think, because I think there were like it ended so many games that people became convinced that it was the best card. Ben Stark talks about this a lot, how everyone has a tendency to see the card that actually ended the game as being the card that was best in the game. When in fact it's cards like Dovin's Acuity. They're actually the cards that win you the game. The thing that just deals the final blow is not the thing that won the game. So Ill-Gotten Inheritance, I think, was really good in the Rakdos decks because they were aggressive, so they made good use of the drain and a turned on Spectacle. People were putting it in this kind of deck because it's a win condition that you don't need to get into the red zone for. But this is exactly the sort of deck where it's not good because you're not also pressuring their life total. Just like an average 4-drop creature is going to deal the same amount of damage as Ill-Gotten Inheritance and Rant.
Yeah, right. So like everyone turns up to the murder scene. There's Ill-Gotten Inheritance. And they're like, hey, it was you. But meanwhile, Lawmage's Binding is running away down the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy, I mean, it's just like pick a card we're not going to play, right?
Unless we try to splash this Biogenic Ooze.
True, that is a green source.
Oh, Skyteller.
Not bad.
Nice.
Not bad at all. Also, Senate Courier.
Senate Courier is a good one. Okay.
Humongulous?
I guess so.
I mean, I don't know what else we pick out of the pack.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here that we're playing. And I don't think this Black Splash has come together. I wouldn't just splash Grotesque Demise.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's helping us get to green.
Getting closer to that green splash.
Man, if we cast Biogenic Ooze, though, damn.
Man, playing Biogenic Ooze, Mass Manipulation, and Sphinx of New Prav in the same deck.
We're the no fun squad. You've entered the no fun zone. No fun allowed.
I mean, I think doing that is all the fun. We're just never going to get anything on the battlefield.
True. Look, there's our ramp.
Banned in standard. It's got to be good, right?
Banned in standard.
Oh,
damn.
People. No Gates player.
Who took? I guess like you can just take the Gate Colossus and have that be good. Like,
yeah, that's really interesting. How did someone take Gate Colossus but not Gates of Blaze?
How many Coral Helm Commandos or whatever did we end up with?
We have 3 going Commandos.
Nice. And we're ready for our last pick?
I think so.
What are we getting?
We could make it 4. We could get the playset.
Oh.
There's a non-zero chance we play that.
Hey, those gems. Those gems we drafted.
Paid off. All right. Let's have a look. Oh, I paid for this draft with gems instead of coins. Whoops.
False habit.
Okay, all right. I don't think
they got to print that as a card. Force of will, force of vigor, force of habit.
What does force of habit do?
Ooh, force of habit feels like it would be white, or maybe black. What do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely not red.
They're not red.
Yeah, I could go with white.
Yeah, force of habit.
Pay 1 life, exile a white card from your hand instead of paying its mana cost.
Yep. Oh.
Repeat the last game action you took.
Oh, okay. Like, I guess flavorfully you would copy a spell or something. Like, that would work. That would be the most flavorful, but that's stepping on red's flavor.
Or pay 1 life, exile a white card from your hand instead of paying this card's mana cost. Lose 1 life, exile a white card from your hand.
Oh, yeah, that's on theme for white.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
It's kind of an appropriate power level for white.
At Wizards, we're really trying to push the color pie into new directions. You know, we're getting blue to change creature types. We're getting black to destroy enchantments. We're getting red to copy more spells than usual and have more creatures with double strike. Green's gonna do more with +1/+1 counters, and white's gonna be bad more.
Oh man, yeah.
Anyway, this looks like a deck that you've crafted.
This looks nice.
41 card special.
Don't like this.
I'll get the locket out of it. Now that's a 40.
Yeah, so cards that are... How many creatures do we have? We have 5 creatures.
Nice. Can I interest you in a Humongulous?
I could see Humongulous getting in there, yeah.
You can see him because he's so big.
That's true.
He has the opposite problem to Fibblethip.
Cards we could potentially cut. Screaming Shield, I suppose. Pegasus. Quench. Savant. Shimmer. Oh, we only got 1 Clear the Mind.
Yeah, we never saw another one. So actually picking it then was correct.
Yeah. And then how many instants and sorceries? Got 11 for Dovin's Acuity. That feels pretty good.
So looking at Quench
does not.
Yeah, that seems like the odd one out. Or Shimmer.
Yeah, and I think Shimmer's synergy with Dovin's Acuity.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Like it cantrips.
The edge. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it impulses, I guess.
Let's clean up this mana base a little bit. I don't want Gateway Plaza. I think this looks pretty good.
Well, you got a nice new biogenic ooze for your collection now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't regret taking that. There was nothing else in that pack that we wanted.
Oh yeah, and if this was a paper draft, haha.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't have to worry about facing that down at any point.
Yeah. This was fairly expensive when it was in standard as well, wasn't it? This was a $20-odd card.
Oh really?
I think so, because it saw play in the Nexus decks.
Ah, right.
Yeah, this was like the alternate win condition that they bought it in games.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. I think I remember Team of Reclamation doing the same sort of thing. It was a bit of an alternate win condition.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's fire up a screenshot. Once again, you should always do this when you're drafting on Arena.
Yeah, it's really good. There's nothing quite like getting to a really long game with like 5 cards in deck and going, wait, what are they?
Which this sort of deck can definitely do.
Absolutely. Against Trentiano.
Didn't he direct Inglorious Bastards?
Yeah, that's Trentiano. Noted director.
We've got 9 blue sources. And we've got Depose to Cantrip. We can cast Summary Judgment. We have Clear the Mind in hand, which is a little awkward. I think I'm inclined to keep this.
Yeah. We are on the draw.
Yeah, I'd mull it on the play, but I think it's a keep on the draw. Yeah, keep on the draw. Okay. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's go real slow, though. We're not about to play some fast magic. This is nice, slow magic.
Is this the part where I'm supposed to edit your audio in post? So
yeah, and so I'm like really slow. Just like our opponent.
Yeah.
Who is really taking their time to closely examine the magic cards.
Alright, there we go. Alright, blue 5-drop. That's exactly what we needed.
Blue 5-drop, that's good. Let's get a...
If I were to sit down and try to figure out exactly what this hand was missing, it was blue 5-drop.
Can I... I've actually got one better for you.
Got a good target for our Summary Judgment.
We do.
Or do we depose it to try to hit that 3rd land?
I don't mind that idea.
Yeah, me neither.
Hey! Now we're talking.
No. Oh, and then we get to drop Dovin's Acuity. Oh, yeah.
Now... Oh, and the lands just keep coming.
Everything's coming up now. Or our house, at least.
Yes.
Dovin's house.
Well, we'll be milling them at some point. So, it's yet to be mill house. It still can be. Ooh. Okay. Oh, double 2-drop?
I think it'll be Sage's Rest of One and Summary Judgment.
Yeah, sounds good.
This comes back to hand, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's... Judgment that. Take action. Sage's Rose Savant, which can trade with their Brush Strider.
Oh, Skyguard.
Yeah, they both look good. Do we keep the planes?
Do we ever need double white? I think we do.
Sphinx of New Prague.
Right. Okay, so
this is one of those really interesting situations where we want the planes for the Skyguard, but after that we're kind of done with lands. So I wonder if we bottom it. That way, if the next card down is a land,
we do have an island in hand.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So this planes is land number 6 for Skyguard.
Okay, fair.
So do we keep it so we can cast the Skyguard, or do we bottom it because we don't really want any more lands after that? I think I'm going to keep it because with Dovin's Acuity, I think there's a chance that we're able to use our mana pretty well. So
you could say that there would be an accurate use of mana.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I trust you. I am but a vessel to be guided along the draft waters by yourself. Are we humongulizing, or are we just getting the Acuity train running? And go Acuity Pegasus.
Yeah, I think I like Acuity Pegasus.
Make sure it doesn't tap all that white. Oh, we got planes in there. Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe we do play the Humongulous, because if they decide to activate this next turn, it blocks the 4/4 quite nicely. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just play it safe.
It also can't get smashed.
Yeah. I mean, it could get done by a combat trick, but that's alright.
Oop. Blocks that.
Certainly does. And can't be dealt 2 damage by it either.
Here comes
okay,
the Sky God.
Sky God going. Drink your dudes.
Damn. It's almost like... Oh, wow.
Whoa!
That's a problem.
Okay. Well, as long as they don't have a Hydroid Crisis or something hiding in there, I think we're okay.
Yeah, that would be something.
Okay, so we can go...
Acuity?
Yeah.
Acuity Locket?
Yeah. Unless we draw something better off the Acuity. And if we draw a land, we can play the Pegasus as well.
Yeah.
Oh, if we draw a land, actually, we can go Sphinx's Insight.
Oh, yeah, that is better.
Okay. Alright, I think I like Shimmer then.
Shimmer into land, land into Pegasus.
I don't think I would take a land just because I don't want more, but I think let's cast this. Yeah, so I'll take a Binding here.
Yeah.
Do I attack? I don't think so. We're just not going to win this game by damage, so...
No. Law Mage's Binding will definitely come in handy.
Yeah.
We gotta lock up these savages.
Look at them, just not even fully clothed.
I know. It's got a horse for legs.
And it's
Got
like
a horse
it's holding
instead of legs.
It's holding a pig carcass.
Just haven't been introduced to the lore yet. And that's why we're here.
They are about to. Smashing up public property. Ooh.
Okay, Scuttle Gator. Not bad.
That could be a problem later in the game. Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Hey, why did Acuity not come back to my hand? Oh, it's instance only. Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
alright.
Is now the time for Sphinx's Insight? Hope we hit a land for Law Mage's Binding?
Yeah. Or we go Binding plus Eyes.
Binding
the question is also
eyes.
what do we bind?
Like
this is going to be a problem eventually. Yeah.
Because
oh wait, no, they can do it next turn with Nikia. Okay, yeah, it's got to be Scuttle Gator. Okay, yeah, I think we just do that, and then play Eyes everywhere.
Not bad. Okay. We're holding down the fort.
Yeah, I actually think they've got attacks if they would to choose to make them. Like, they could attack with Crusher plus Nikia.
Yeah, that seems decent for them.
But we can put Humongulous plus Denizen on the Crusher, at which point they're trading Crusher for our 2/1.
And then we take 4.
Yeah.
Which is probably not a problem for us, because we're going to gain basically infinite life.
And then they can also, because they can also use the Clan Guild Mage to make a 4/4 and then attack with all 3. Which one we take a fair bit of damage. But if they didn't do that last turn,
He's
I hope they didn't do it this time.
Having a look. Observing the veritable buffet of abilities afforded to.
Okay. So give that a counter, then you can use the Crusher to take the counter off it and kill our sages were a denizen. I think I can live with that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a high impact play. Eyes everywhere, scries in our upkeep. Ooh, Roman Ruin.
Okay. Nope, no attack still.
Where's the shield?
Screaming shield. I actually think we need something that affects the battlefield.
Yeah. I mean, making Humongulous like a 2/8 isn't a terrible idea.
True, but it only blocks one thing, and they've now got...
1,000,000.
1, 2... Oh, I guess it blocks this then, but... I think I'd rather find another removal spell or something. I'm not quite at win the game stage yet. Alright, let's go... Sphinx's Insight. Pick up Dovin's Acuity. Take action.
Oh, looping them.
Alright. And then I think I just replay the Dovin's Acuity.
Yeah. I mean, they've got some attacks next turn.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
That's not bad.
Alright, hand is loaded up.
Bam.
Yep.
What do you got? It's these kind of board states that make me afraid of Embercleave. I know it's not in the set, but I just have this fear deep down inside about Embercleave.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite a traumatizing card. Not that it mills
should I
half your
block the
library.
thing that's just gonna be a chump anyway, because I don't want to die right now? Luckily, we're playing RNA Draft, and we're safe from Evercleave. Don't have to worry about it.
So if they activate the Guild Mage and attack with everything except the Brush Strider, we can block Nikia and take the rest. That's a fair whack.
It is they're coming down.
We're taking 6, 9, 14 down to 11.
Yeah.
And then next turn we can, if we draw a land, we can play Arbiter plus Admonition.
That's not terrible. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Adds
I just
another
don't think
blocker.
chumping with Skyguard achieves anything because it adds so much more power to their board.
Yeah. I'll agree with you on that. Okay. Taking some big hits. Just need a few more of those removal spells. Couple
Land
more.
is good.
Lawmate. Oh, I tell you what, if we hit that manipulation,
Oh, yeah.
now we're talking.
Okay, so let's Admonition your biggest dude. Pick up Dovin's Acuity. There's that mass manip.
Oh, summary judgment.
That's good. So do I go...
Do you go
Donovan's
acuity,
Acuity,
land,
summary judgment?
summary?
Yeah.
Kill Nikia?
Yeah. That sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, if we could keep drawing summary judgments, we're looking alright.
Yeah. There it is.
There it is!
There it
is!
Okay. I'll keep... I think we still killed Nikia.
Yeah.
Even though she would double our mana. Oh no, we don't want Nikia. We don't want Nikia.
You can keep her.
Okay. Ah, this is so good. I'm loving this.
Who is it? Okay. Okay, that was a good turn.
That was good. All right, and then mass man if we steal 2 creatures. Oh, and the Rumbling Ruin will be untapped as well because we bounced it. Ah, beautiful.
And it'll be a real 6/6 because it's on our side of the board. Nice.
Yeah, yeah. And so because we killed Nikia, I don't think they have the mana to play the Ruin and activate Guildmage. Whoa.
Guiding Product is strong.
It's very strong.
Can't block. Okay, maybe we're not getting a 6/6. I mean, yeah, we're just taking 3 here, right?
Just take 3, yeah.
Which is interesting. Oh, I guess that's the only one they could target. But we probably weren't going to block with it anyway.
Well, so if we keep the land and we play the Locket this turn, then we can mass manip for 1 more next turn.
Yeah, that sounds good. And we can, like, just go, like, Locket, Acuity, Sphinxes. I think. Maybe that's 1 more that I'm thinking of. We can do Locket, Acuity, Sphinxes, can't we?
Yeah, I think I like the land. Yeah, we can go... Locket. Acuity.
Land.
Insight. Seems pretty good.
They didn't play a creature last turn, did they?
No, they just played Guardian Project.
So that will draw them some cards.
Oh, we have to discard. No attacks. I think it is
Guildgate. Yeah.
It's annoying that that'll get shuffled back in with Clear the Mind, but that's all right.
That being said, not a bad problem to have.
Yeah.
It's like, God, we gotta go to discard. Damn it. I'll scoop them up.
Having to go to discard on turn 12 or whatever we're on.
Ruins in, okay. We'll take that. We'll take it.
Oh, and it wasn't an untapped land for the Guildmage. Yeah.
Not that it mattered.
Does it untap the land? No, it doesn't. We don't need more land.
Okay, getting small. 9 cards in deck.
Okay. So I think we just mass manip here.
Mass manip.
Take Rumbling Ruin, Guildmage, Crusher.
Seems good. Oh, we can't activate the Guildmage.
Yeah, I just want to stop them from having it.
Right, I thought we might want to take the 4/4. Just because it's a 4/4.
This thing?
Yeah.
We can block it nicely, and this makes 4/4s as well.
Yeah, right. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. X is 3, target you, and you.
This might be Scoopsville for our opponent.
This is pretty sick.
Oh, no! Oh, it's so good.
We're even going to attack.
Ah, it's crushing. It's soul destroying.
That's such a beating. Like, Mind Control is already just the best card you can have in Limited.
But just like, hey, look, this Mind Control scales with how much mana I've got.
Yeah.
And then we
Well,
just
they are
start
gonna
slamming the 6/6 into the battlefield, and they have to like.
And now I want that Screaming Shield.
It's on the bottom of our deck, isn't it?
Yeah, it's second card from the bottom. So it's 7 cards away.
That being said, Night Arbiter, Acuity, they can do the work. They put the work in.
I'm feeling pretty good. So I think next turn we go Don't want that.
We're lifting the card up from the bottom of our deck.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so let's start with Acuity. More lands. Night Arbiter and
Do we want to attack
Binding,
first?
Yeah, I think we attack with Skyguard.
Skyguard and the 6/6?
No, we definitely want that on blocks.
Okay, right.
I mean, we just can't get through on the ground. So, okay, so let's go to combat. Get with Skyguard. They don't have anything with reach, right?
Nope. I've gotten really good at looking for the little reach symbol.
Oh yeah, I should get in the habit of doing that.
Because it has gotten me many a time.
Oh, this thing's got first strike as well. I wonder if I missed that earlier. I don't think they ever came in with a 3 toughness dude.
No, they didn't. I think they've been more aware of it than we have.
Yeah. Whoopsie. Okay, let's go Night Arbiter. And then...
Leave up the binding.
Oh, maybe we get the Sphinx down, actually. Because, like, this becoming a 5/6 is not that threatening.
Especially against
maybe
our
we just
6/6.
That's it, yeah. So maybe we just hold on to this until they do something more threatening. The fact that they've got Nikya in their deck makes me think they probably don't have too much removal for something like this.
Yeah, right.
Let's just get some dudes down. Look at this board.
Yeah, it's pretty thick. We've gone a little wide with their assistance.
Yeah, they generously donated to our cause.
Yeah, generous donation. How many cards they got in the library?
Ooh, that looks like it deserves a Law Mage's Binding. They have 16. This looks quite scary.
Move.
Moving +1/+1 counters around at will.
It's just a single one?
Yeah, but you only need one more on this for it to be a real threat.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
And then if they adapt this and we bind it, then they can start moving the +1/+1 counters off it onto more relevant creatures. Plus, it might make their other creatures come down bigger. I don't know. Maybe I'm overstating how threatening this is, but it does seem potentially scary. I'm more scared of something like this at the moment than just a 5/6.
Yeah, right. Okay, that makes sense.
Whoa!
That's a good one.
Wait, they killed the Sphinx of New Prav?
Yeah, because it does 4 to everything.
Deals 4 damage to target creatures, so they killed the Sphinx of New Prav. And then it
2
killed
to each thing. Yeah, okay.
And then it killed the Guild Mage and dealt 2 to us? Wow, I can't believe they didn't kill this. This seems like the...
Yeah, it's like... It's taken, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power off of their board.
Yeah, and removed all... And, like, it's creating all of our good blocks. It means we can put a 4/4 on their 3/4 and a 6/6 on their 5/6.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, how are we doing for cards? We've got 6 left. I want to draw that shield before I clear the mind. I suppose I could crack the locket. Let's go to combat first. Get in for 5.
Not bad.
And then I think we bind this. Get a... let's crack this for cards.
Ah.
Okay, that's good. Alright, so next time we just scry this to the bottom, presumably, and draw the shield, and then clear the mind.
Sounds good. And I bet our opponent's like, yeah, they can't win before they deck. This is gonna be great.
I could bind that Sauriform hybrid, but I don't think I need to do that now.
No, I think you're probably good.
It is playing it very safe, but I think that's all right.
And we do still have an exchange off of eyes everywhere, so maybe we do want them to
true.
mutate it so we can grab it.
True. Oh, although they have a gateway plaza, so they can do it again.
Now they do have a gateway plaza, yes, good point. Oh yeah, they got a bunch of blue dudes. Yeah, they've got Gaia Engineer as well.
And a Semi-Gilgate. Good to see we've been paying attention.
We're doing real good.
The scry every turn has not been irrelevant though.
Yeah, we've been lifting that shield off the bottom of our deck.
Yeah. So they've got
they're having a look.
15 cards left.
Surveying the touring the complex. Oh. Okay. I smell up. I smell a trick.
Yeah. What could they have? I think I'm okay just trading 1 for 1 here, because if they adapt, kill our dude, then we just tether it or bind it or whatever.
Yeah, fair.
So I think I don't really want to throw this under the bus if I don't need to.
No. Okay. Gonna adapt. What else we got? First strike? Was it Storm Strike? +1
Storm Strike,
and
yeah.
First strike.
Yeah.
Nothing? Just gonna...
Burn spell? Burn spell to finish it off? If you had a burn spell, surely you just kill the sky card though. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright.
Okay.
You can exile your own Rumbling Ruin.
Using your own removal spell on your own Rumbling Ruin.
Wow, their deck looks nice. Guardian Project, Rhythm of the Wild. Lots of Riot guys.
Seems strong.
Oh, this has Flash?
You didn't know? Oh, you didn't know that?
Hell yeah. Oh, it's clearly been too long since I've played these decks.
That's why I said keep up Law Mage's Binding.
Oh.
This card's very good.
I'm glad you're paying attention. We'd probably be in the dumpster if I was doing all the decisions.
Yeah, that's why this is a 2-man draft experience. One by one, we're sort of half a drafter. But when our forces are combined, we maybe like 1.1. We're like a super drafter.
All right,
so go to the bottom, draw the shield.
Out of the way.
Clear this mind.
Yeah, so let's go... no, I guess I can just attack with that next turn.
Doing pretty good.
Cool. So we've got lethal next turn. Attach that to there.
Clear these mines.
Clear our mind. Me.
Oh, target us. Back on top.
Cool.
How does it taste?
And then I could take Rhythm of the Wild just to make sure nothing crazy happens, but I don't think that's worthwhile.
I mean, we got Law Mage's Binding.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Dead?
Seems dead.
Seems very dead.
We just like told them, hey, we can do this again.
Oh, that was excellent.
Very good. Yeah, the masterful, like, 2 cards left in deck, clear the mind, let's go again.
And that clear the mind was in our opening hand as well.
Yeah, that's true. It stayed there the whole time.
Yeah. Which is a pretty good showing for the deck. Like, if you can... Like, we basically mulligan to 6.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
And we went to discard to hand size a few turns later. So, alright. Like, I think Dovin's Acuity was what won us that game.
Oh, yeah,
Dovin's
just
Acuity.
the life gain here and there, plus...
Oh, we're gonna have to beat Empathy.
Oh, the concept of empathy itself. This seems good.
Seems very good. Empathy is about to meet the hand of the law.
Yeah, this... No empathy allowed, only...
Justice.
Only justice. Okay.
Okay, Orzhov.
Look at an Orzhov deck. Playing out slow. Oh.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Okay.
A fine target for summary judgment.
Yeah.
This isn't suspicious at all, the blue-white player leaving up all their mana and passing the turn.
No, what could this possibly be? Surprise. Summary judgment.
Not wintry judgment.
Matrix.
That's coming in Kaldheim.
Whoa.
Okay, not bad.
So we can bind this, but it's still gonna ding us every turn.
It's still gonna ding us.
That's
I mean, dings us
problem.
equally, and oh, hang on, dings us equally. We have life gain.
True. Yeah, I think we need a Night Arbiter. Keep pressuring their life total. Almost screwed up there.
Yeah. Lucky it has flash.
Yeah. Ding, ding.
Okay, so we can stay ahead on the life total with the Pegasus. I'm worried about the Thrall.
Oh, yeah.
And I may have jinxed it.
That'll be real bad news, Bears. Or bad news. Oh! Freeing the demon.
Incredible.
Is this a demon?
It is a demon.
It's a hell of a demon. Okay.
Yeah. White or black don't have any, like, protection spells, do they?
Not that I can remember. This is a scary card for us to face.
Yeah, it's
We need to get a Dovin's Acuity online.
card of mythic proportions. Yeah, the fact that we're behind on life now is not great. Oh no! Oh, and we're drawing land. Okay, pull the ripcord on the locket.
This is rough.
Oh, we tapped all our white.
Yeah, we didn't have a choice. We have to. Oh no, we don't. My bad.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
activation
it
was basically colorless for us. Does admonition do non-lands? No. May not be fantastic to target spawn with that.
Yeah. Man, we can't even steal this. I suppose we could. No, we can't even steal inheritance.
We can steal it with eyes everywhere.
Oh yeah, true.
Okay, well we can bounce
Never mind.
that.
Bounce this.
Okay.
Alright. No. I'm gonna shuffle in last minute.
Yeah, that seems fun. Like, just play a land, play a big 6-drop, please. It's all we want.
Play the angel, the mythic angel.
That's not a bad one. Ooh, Acuity is good.
There it is.
Are we
just play it? Because we can currently mass manip for
2?
2. So
Just take both their things, or wait for them to play out creatures that
no,
can
because
attack?
taking this doesn't do anything.
Yeah, true. It prevents us from the second mortify.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I think I'd rather take 2 relevant things. Let's get some card draw and some life gain going. Life gain being the most important thing here.
Hey.
Okay.
That's actually great. That is a pathway to taking that ill-gotten gains.
Yeah.
And they haven't shown us any white mana yet.
Any blue mana. Yeah.
Oh, I'm really good at the colors. I think they've shown us plenty of white mana. Okay, we got a 3-drop and a 2-drop. Okay, mass manip looking better every day.
Yeah.
Put it... Ooh, do we want it? No.
No.
Well, we got it anyway. So now we take IGI.
Yeah, I think so. And then next turn we can mass manip for 3.
Yeah, and their attacks don't look awesome right now. I think they were feeling pretty good about having, like, basically lethal on board.
Yeah.
But we've stopped that. Alright.
That's the turn. So we take 2 from the Grudian.
We take 2 from the Grudian. They could put everything into the red zone just to get our life total down. Tops it. Ooh.
Right. That's a good one to steal. So I think we steal... Oh, wow.
Block the Oligarch, yeah. So we're stealing Thrall...
Grudian Ministrant?
I don't think we take the Grudion. I think we take the Spirit token.
Problem is we can't do anything about this. Like if we... Oh, I suppose we can
just
block it
leave
with
back
Ministrant.
Ministrant.
Yeah, that's fair. That doesn't... That leaves it a bit of an issue for next turn, though.
Yeah, that's a good point. But we don't want them, because then they can just attack Ministrant into our board forever and then threaten to get 2 flyers.
Well, it's like I was going to leave them with the 1/1 and take the Grudian. So I would take these
that's
3.
actually probably fine, because we got Grasping Thrall. Yeah, you're yeah, that's... I almost don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, no, I like this line. 1, 2, 3.
This is a beating.
This is pretty strong.
Oh!
And I don't think we attack here.
No, I don't think we do. Because we're staying afloat with IGI.
Yeah. Shame we don't have black mana to activate it.
Top is bad. Okay.
Messenger. Ding.
Oh, that's so good.
That's so good. I'm just going to cast that main phase so I can pick up Acuity.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep, that looks good. Take action. Gain 6 life. Nice.
Very good.
Replay Acuity. Gain another 2 life.
Oh, and we got the Sphinx as well. Oh, we can't cast it.
Ooh, tapped poorly. Do I want to clear the mind?
There's a lot of good stuff in the bin.
Yeah, but I guess I don't need to.
True.
Yeah, I think I'll wait a little bit longer. Yeah.
We just try and stall the game out now, right?
Yeah, I think so. And then, like, eventually their spawn will kill them.
Their spawn will kill
IGI.
them. They're taking 2 a turn.
Yeah.
For nothing. We're life total neutral.
Yeah. And gaining life every time we play an instant on our turn.
Okay, that's
So
cards.
block it. Okay.
Man, Eyes Everywhere getting an ill-gotten inheritance. That is good.
It was like exactly what we needed.
Okay, got some friends.
Okay. That's Not bad.
Law Mage's Binding is
never
good.
Mind.
Sphinx
Can we
pass?
kill them?
Oh, that's a good question. Like, if you put the whole zone...
I don't think so. So, like, if we attack with everything and they block messenger, I suppose they could, like, double block Grasping Thrall and then take 2, 4, 6, 7.
Okay, so if you Law Mage's Binding the Messenger and attack with everything, they take the least amount of damage, which is 7. They'll go to 8 in their upkeep, and they'll die in ours.
Yep, I like it.
And they won't have attacks next turn.
Nice. Yeah, I think I need to get better at spotting moments like this where you can turn the corner really sharply and just end the game.
Yeah. Nice. Very good.
Winning with our opponent's spawner possession and our opponent's IGI.
Our opponent's cards.
And all the cards that we stole from them.
Yes. Very good. Oh man, we turned it on them big time.
Oh man.
That spawn became a liability for them, and then we took IGI. Damn.
And then stole half their board, or their entire board.
Okay. 2-0. Looking good.
I don't know if you can tell, but this is exactly the sort of Magic I like to play in drafts. This is so much fun.
Self-interactive. Do things and stop your opponent from doing things. Also, I have your ill-gotten inheritance. Ha ha ha.
And just like soul-crushing plays. Like mass manipulation, steal your entire board.
Here at Draft Punks, we're all about crushing the souls of the weak.
Remember, folks, fun is a zero-sum game.
Survive. Okay, we got Toma.
It is I, Toma.
Oh, they're there. I've been wondering where Toma was.
Yeah, seems fine.
Yeah, we'll draw blue. And we've got creature plus interaction in the meantime.
Yeah. Oh, that was the worst draw in the deck. Hello.
Hello, Toma.
That's a pretty good start.
Together, we Toma. And if you see some people over there, they Toma.
And I'm currently talking to you, Toma.
Oh, that's the riskiest shit.
Is this a coward stream? This is not a coward stream.
Have we been had? No. Ah.
Oh. All right.
Still not getting that blue.
Okay, I'm not gonna sky tether yet. Because I don't need to. I might coax them into doing something stupid like this. Yeah.
Just so they get in that 2. That
Precious
lonely 2 damage. There's the blue. So, play back the Pegasus Sky Tether, or do we just go Sky Tether, leave up the binding?
I was going to go Shimmer plus Pegasus.
Oh, okay. Just because they'll probably have the adapt next turn.
True. Do I want them to sink that mana in and then...
Oh, then binding it.
Yeah.
Which means we just sort of have to pass the turn.
What does this become? This becomes a 6/6, doesn't it? I kind of want them to sink the mana in. I'd probably take 6 just to force them to do nothing with their turn.
Well, reduce our life total by 6.
Yeah. Or maybe I should just...
If you go Island Pass, we can realize this future of them sinking all their mana into it.
Yeah, the problem is they can do it in combat. I think I'm just going to do this. Yeah, I think taking 6 is actually just too big a cost. And we've got 2 more removal spells in hand. We don't need to be all that picky and choosy.
Correct, especially when they're going to spend their main phase casting Growth Spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that I see the board style, I'm like, yeah, why didn't we? Yeah, this just makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a little bit awkward that we
nice
didn't
for
use
them
that
to
blue
spend
mana.
6 mana, but I mean,
Yeah. I guess we could have put the Pegasus in front of it to force them to spend the mana. And then like trade out Pegasus for 6 life, but I don't think that's great.
no.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Just nothing?
Are there any big bad flash creatures in this format?
Oh, there's gotta be. Want to give us a quick scryfall check?
Let me get the numbers up.
Four mana with flash in this format,
Frilled Mystic.
which they can't cast.
Other things with flash. Fairy Duelist, which is fairly low impact.
Very low impact.
Very low impact. We're renaming that card to Very Low Impact.
I think I play this huge Mongulus.
Yeah.
Alternative line would be just eyes everywhere, but that doesn't seem very mana.
Seeing as they didn't cast a creature last turn, I feel like we're probably in a good position to play a creature.
This was a good call on your end to include. It's just a brick wall. It's so hard to get through.
Yeah, and you can't fight it. You can't point a single point of burn at it.
Yeah, and just in a deck that's looking to just gum up the ground and then win by clearing the mind, it's just exactly what we want.
And do like a huge Mongulus.
Man, what are they holding if their hand was like last turn? All they could do with 6 mana was Growth Spiral.
You reckon they're like all fight spells, no creatures?
Yeah, it could be, or it could be the adaptation. No, bio something upgrade.
Oh yeah, well no, it's Sylvan Frost Rider.
Okay, that's fine. We can deal with that.
Hey, look, Guildgate. I think we somehow got turned around. Wow, he's showing us how much money they spend.
Yeah, nice flex. We've got a good deck. Do we eyes everywhere?
What? Everyone grab a leg? What does that mean?
I think I'm just gonna get the eyes everywhere going.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we going to upgrade the Brush Strider? Now, here's the thing. If they attack with Brush Strider, do we block?
Okay, so based on... As we build the psychological profile of Itoma, they attacked the Sauriform hybrid into the Concordia Pegasus.
Yeah, but that's just a bounce.
Yeah, but that's them trying to get one, right?
True.
Ooh, so, nice. Word to the wise, they do have Frilled Mystic mana up.
Oh yeah, true.
But it's also, is it Adapt mana for Incubation Druid?
No, they're one short.
Okay.
That's a fair point. Let's Shimmer first. Because I really want to keep my Dovin's Acuity. Ooh. Is this something? Kind of looks like they've got something.
Take the locket? Like, do we just stop playing, like, because the power and toughness on Frilled Mystic doesn't really do much to the board. Like, maybe they get an attack with one of their 3/2s by sacrificing the other, but if they want to counter the locket, they can be our guest.
Yeah, good call.
Please. Oh, okay.
Clicking a point. I suppose I could have... Yeah, we might want to... I wonder if it's worth binding that Incubation Druid once they adapt it. Just because it gives them such a large amount of mana. And possibly a splash. Oh no, I suppose they've got the splash now. That might be what they've got in hand. They might have red cards in hand.
Oh.
Possibly we should have bindinged it. Bound it.
Bound it. Bind it. Bounded it. They're clicking it. They're tapping some mana.
Bing did it, boom.
The weird ass. Oh.
No, nothing. All right, I'm smelling a frilled mystic.
Yeah, you can. That's the thing about them. You can smell them before you see them.
Ooh.
Now, now that we've threat upgraded, do we just fling out that Law Mage's binding for the counter?
So I think we just pass the turn. They adapt Incubation Druid. We Law Mage's binding it in response.
Okay. Or do we just try and take it with eyes everywhere? Oh no, they're running blue mana. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Because we got a mass manipulation in hand. Do need a couple more blue, though.
Just one.
Just one.
Which means we should probably hang on to this locket for the time being.
Oh, here we go. Got him. Send in the clowns. You only got 3 mana.
Bubble, bubble, bubble. I mean, they could have like a Thought Collapse. Is that what the cancel variant is?
Oh yeah, double blue and colors. Well, having to think about it, really splashing around in that puddle of ooze.
I remember when the set first came out, there was a bug with one of the cards where you adapt it and it just sits there making that animation for the rest of the game. It was really funny.
Okay, well that was a solid interaction on our part of the board.
Pretty good. So we know that we put a Clear the Mind and 2 lands on the bottom of our deck. So these 3 cards are 2 lands and a Clear the Mind.
Yeah, right. Gotcha. They look like they're really lamenting the loss of that Incubation Druid.
Yeah, you can just see them just fuming in their chair.
Itoma.
Damn it, I needed that! I needed to cast my Ethereal Absolution.
So they would need black and white.
What's it? Oh, my Skargan Hellkite.
Yeah, that would be it, right?
Yeah. They're having a sook. My turn? Okay. Take a scry.
Scry.
I like admonition.
Good.
I think we just pass the turn.
Just attack and pass.
Yeah.
Just as normal. Run it.
Yeah.
Run it back.
I mean, I suppose I could admonition the Brush Strider and get in for an extra 2, but I'd rather do that once I've got Dovin's Acuity on the board.
This is such a grind fest.
Yeah.
It's just
so bizarre. They're sitting there with 5 cards in hand, not doing anything. Ooh, is this... No, it's a sorcery speed only. Plus, I'd prefer not to give this to them.
Yeah, and we could probably... If they do straight up nothing like they have been doing before, we just crack the locket.
Yeah, and just hope to draw 2 more islands for this.
Yeah. Not that
do you remember what the
basics
basics
we're taking in the moment?
Yeah. Do you remember what the basics were? I think it was 2 planes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, they crack their locket. And that's fine. Twenty cards to go.
Island. Okay, so no mythical red splash.
Yeah.
They just got a handful of frilled mystics, and they're pissed that we've got a 1/3 on the board.
and we're not casting spells into their Frilled Mystic.
Oh, do you know what? What if they've got a mass manipulation?
Oh my god. And they're sitting there staring at our Concordia Pegasus and our huge Monculus.
Yeah, and they can't make the quad blue. Okay, well, we'll have that.
That looks good.
Oh, please put a counter on it. Yes.
Nice.
Crack the locket?
No, because I need the blue from it to cast Mass Manip. So I need to find an island off the top.
Okay, yeah, fair.
But I guess next turn, if we don't draw the blue, I can just go Dovin's Acuity, Admonition.
Yeah, make him do it again.
Yeah, which maybe I'll do anyway.
True.
I'll take a spell, I'll take blue mana. Yeah, I'm not going to say no to that. That's good. Okay, so now they've gone shields down, so let's go... Could be Quench.
I mean, you could pay for the quench. Like,
Yeah,
you're more interested in this getting down.
Oh, that just landed straight away.
Oh, there it is. Hey, if you would scrub to the bottom. But then again, like, it's not even that good at the moment.
Yeah. Tick, tick, tick.
Having a think.
Does this mean they've got something?
I think it means that they're contemplating their general existence. He's just having a rough time of it. Oh, and the hits keep coming.
Heck yeah.
Well, we're really not letting them have, like, a modicum of fun.
This Concordia Pegasus has dealt them...
4 damage.
6.
6 damage, oh, of course.
The Frost Strider.
And this Humongulus is just sitting there. Oh.
Just sitting there being a roadblock. Given that we're ahead in the race, I could possibly be attacking with it, but I'd rather not give them any action.
Okay.
Accept. So what are we up to? We're up to 8 mana, so I can mass manip for 2 right now.
Yeah. Oh, they got that frilled mystic going.
Yeah. I kind of want the land so I can get a bigger mass manip.
Yeah.
Is that crazy? Or I can crack the locket.
You can crack the. I don't hate the land because we got a handful of action.
Yeah.
What do you think of just playing out the Sphinx?
Would we prefer Dovin's Acuity or the Sphinx to resolve?
Oh, that's a good question. We are very far ahead.
I don't think we need the Sphinx. That's not how we're going to win. Dovin's Acuity, however, is how we're going to win. Problem is they know about the Dovin's Acuity. And so if we just play out the Sphinx, it's then their choice. But I think I'm going to lead with Sphinx.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, we could just keep doing nothing.
Yeah, nothing has been all right for us. Well, they do have attacks if they want to sack a creature next turn, though.
I will accept that sacrifice. Also, something I noticed recently, next time it appears on screen, at the end of the rope, there's a series of dots that shows you how many timeouts you've got.
Ah, yes, I've noticed that. Yeah, pretty handy.
Alright, let's go Sphinx.
Frilled Mystic, where is it? Show it to us. We've been waiting so long. Waiting? Mousing over.
Do you want to let this go so that you can counter the Dovin's Acuity?
Look, just really just wildly moving the mouse around the battlefield. Yes!
There it is.
Oh, I was right.
There it is. Okay.
And then we,
It's like one cycle member kills another.
Yes.
They're having a whinge again.
Having a whinge. They don't like it.
What?
Incredible.
Yes, that's fantastic. Alright, now do they have another one? Because I really don't want to get mass manip counted.
No.
Can we find some more bait, please?
Do we draw some cards?
Well, I'm just deciding on the scry. Do we want Sage's Rose Savant? It kind of blocks their team kind of nicely. And it gives us a scry.
And it gives us a scry 2 into our draw 2 with the locket.
Yeah. So what I reckon is we play the Savant and then at start of combat binding the Rendhorn.
And hope that they counter it so we can take it.
Exactly, yeah. And if it resolves, that's good too.
Yes.
I think this, like, running the mass manipulation into another counter spell, I think is how we're going to lose this game. So let's just not do that. Just we're kind of far enough ahead that we can play for the worst case scenario.
Yep. Well,
don't need those. That's a lot of lands on the bottom of the deck now.
Yeah, that it is.
Because there's 2 in there. Oh. Why? No, stop using my timeout. What?
Weird.
Arena. Please. Okay. This doesn't have reach.
Yeah, nothing on their board has reach. Yet. Just wait, keep up the bindings.
Yeah.
Because we are winning this the slow way.
Yeah. They've got 17 cards in library. We've got 18. Wow, they've drawn more cards than us.
How'd they do that?
Locket, I guess.
Oh, Locket and
Growth Spiral, Admonition.
Growth Spiral, yep.
Whereas we have just Admonition. I suppose we have Dovin's Acuity once.
Yeah.
Alright, let's bind this guy. Second Frilled Mystic. Or Thought Collapse.
Show it to me. We'll see it. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Their own huge Monculus, I accept.
Pretty good.
Right. Action. Nope.
No action.
Suppose that lets us mass manip for one more, but it's relevant at the moment. That's good.
That puts bodies in the air.
Does.
I mean, do they think they're going to attack with the huge Monculus? I can't tell if our opponent is really smart or not. Like, are they expertly trying to fish out our big hitters?
Ooh. Okay, that's fine. Deals with their flyers, but it gets bound quite nicely. Now, do we bind their... I actually really want to take that.
Oh yeah, the Drake's sweet. Do we crack the Locket here?
Yeah, I think so.
How many cards have we got in the library?
And I feel like they would have used a counter spell if they had it.
Summary Judgments? Good.
I suppose it could be Quench. Do we want to play around Quench?
Wow, Night Arbiter's great on this board state.
Yeah.
Do we just go for it?
So I could play this for X is 2. Oh no, and then I can't pay for Quench.
Do you just go X is 1 and take the Drake?
Does sound pretty good, doesn't it?
Because there's nothing else on their battlefield that's strictly awesome. Like, we can't take huge Munculus. The 5/5 does literally nothing.
Yeah, okay. Not literally.
Yes, literally. It's tell me what it is doing.
It is adding a single green devotion.
Okay, very good. Very good point. Oh yeah, we guess we got to tap all our blue.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little unfortunate. Here we go, Frilled Mystic.
Having another sook. Come on, show me Quench. Survey says...
Good game.
Good game. That was perfect timing.
Damn.
Nice. All right, that one wasn't close. I felt like we played the whole game like it was close, but I don't think it was.
Yeah, true. That being said, we played it tight though.
I thought we played that quite nicely. That was, like, we had a couple of tricky decisions on the turns where they left up the Frilled Mystic mana. Good read on that.
Thank you.
And I think because we played it for quite a while where we just didn't run into it because we didn't need to. And so they just sat there wasting their mana every turn. And then they finally found this to, like, pump out mana ahead so they could play stuff and the Frilled Mystic. And we bound it when they were tapped out. So
yeah, I think that was when it all sort of became fairly one-sided, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Because that was such a blowout for them because they did literally nothing for a turn cycle.
Yeah. And then I'm sure I've spoken to you about this before, but there's a fantastic strategy article by PV Paolo Vitor Damodorosa, where he talks about not giving your opponent a choice and kind of the mechanics of that. And the turn where we played the Sphinx of New Prav instead of Dovin's Acuity was a kind of interesting application of that, where
like
if we play the Acuity first, they have no additional information and they don't know whether they should counter it or not. If we play the Sphinx first, because they knew about the Acuity, it's their decision which one you should counter. So strictly speaking, we should have played the Acuity because it denies them a choice. It doesn't put the ball in your opponent's court.
Right.
However, the reason I played it the other way, and I don't know if this was correct or not, but the reason I played it the other way was the Sphinx of New Prav looks like a really important card. It looks like a really powerful card in our deck, but it wasn't important to us at all. It was just not relevant. That wasn't how we were going to win the game. We were going to win the game with Dovin's Acuity, and our opponent didn't know that. So we had information in the circumstance that our opponent didn't. And so that was why I kind of went against what I think the rules should be. So I think in general, you should play the card your opponent knows about, not one that they don't, because it denies them a choice. But I think for that kind of subtle reason, I played it that way, that turn. I don't know. Let us know in the comments what you think about that decision, whether you think that was correct or not, or what you would have done in that circumstance. I think that's an interesting position. I love that article. I might link it in the description.
Yeah, that Paolo Vito Dance Revolution guy knows what he's doing.
Pablo Doritos?
Pablo Doritos Dance Revolution.
I've heard he's not bad at certain games.
Yeah. It's the one where you go to the arcade and you do a bunch of dancing, right?
He's the reigning world champion at Dance Revolution.
That's why he's called PVDDR. He's the prime victor of Dance Revolution. Going to Kaldheim spoilers.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Black-White saga?
The Angel one.
Yeah.
Do you want to read that out for the viewers? I'm sure we'll put it up on the screen.
Yes, I will. I'm going to put it up on the screen right now. Not then. And now.
I fooled you.
Got it. I timed it really good. It
editing.
seems good. Like, it's almost a planeswalker. Like, it makes a dude. It does removal.
Yeah.
Because the angel has vigilance. The angel can attack, and then it can kill something.
Yeah, which is very potent.
And then you can get them for 8 the following turn. And like, if you're playing an angel deck, you probably got more than one angel. Yeah, I think this is potentially quite strong.
Yes, I mean it's obviously busted in.
Oh, I limited is stupid. Oh my god.
Yeah, I would be very happy to first pick that, even though it's gold.
Yeah.
Our opponent has the officer.
They have it, and we has the 3 damage.
Okay.
Do we just get eyes everywhere going now?
Yeah, eyes everywhere or the locket. I suppose if we lock it, then we can Skyguard.
Yeah, Locket
next turn.
Skyguard doesn't seem bad, especially with their board state full of 2-1s and 3-2s.
Yeah,
but I mean, it does just sort of.
Oh, the Night Arbiter is kind of just as good, and I might run that out earlier to bait out a removal spell.
Should we eyes everywhere then?
So let's eyes everywhere. Yeah, we'll take a little bit of a hit this turn, but that's fine.
Yep. I like our opponent's name, Omnipo.
All the Poe.
All of it. The red Teletubby. Wow. Okay.
Nothing?
Oh, Humongous is even better. You can't remove that one.
I think I like that.
I think I'm going to play that.
Yeah, just put a brick wall in front of them. Oh, this is so good if they're holding up a removal spell here.
I reckon it's Mortify. I reckon they've got Mortify, and now they turn Mortify on our enchantment.
That'd be pretty strong, actually, killing the Dovin's Acuity.
Nothing? No? Nothing. Okay.
I do like a nothing turn. But yeah, you reckon the Angels is good enough for constructed?
Yeah,
the Angel Saga?
I think a black-white Angels deck is going to very good. Life gain is relevant. But we just like gum the board up more.
So I think I would like running out dudes, except it looks like they've got
it
removal.
Feels like
what's the black removal in this format?
There's the kill something with power 3 or less. Oh no, I'm thinking
Grotesque
of it.
Demise. Yeah, no, you're right. I think it's Exile though, Grotesque Demise.
That's the one.
There's the 6 mana Send to the Pit card.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I don't mind getting the Arbiter out there, and then if they kill it, it's not being pointed at a Skyguard, which I think is a more.
Or do we just like
threat.
play? If that's what they're gonna do, then we just gain life, draw cards.
Yeah.
Because if we
Sphinx is inside, I think I'm going to play this because if we Sphinx is inside and we don't hit a land, we'll need to discard to hand size.
Right. What are we eating?
Yeah, I think
Place
Grotesque Demise is a pretty
your bets.
Pretty good read. Nice that they didn't play a Throb.
Yeah,
there it is.
Called it.
There it is. All right, we're doing pretty good on the soul reads tonight.
Yeah. That's what happens when you have to read an opponent's soul ring.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hello. Need a few more blue sources, but we'll get there.
Inside?
Now I think we're inside, yeah. I'm gonna pull up this handy screenshot. So we've got Pegasus, Savant, and Shimmer, so I guess we leave up a blue. We've got more blue cards we might want to play.
Yeah. Watch, we'll draw the Pegasus.
Here it comes. If we could get a land, that'd be nice. Take action.
Oh,
nice.
Well, hey, so nice. They gave it to you twice. Oh man, Humongous putting in the work.
Yeah, it really is. They could well be sitting there with just a handful of removal.
I reckon they play their early drops and they're like, I'm sweet. I've just got a handful of removal. Nothing
and they just
can
know
touch
we've got,
me.
and they know we've got the Dovin security engine going. They're just like, nope, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to play.
Damn. Well, good for us. That means we can play more games in a small amount of time.
Yeah, because I think that's 4-0, and it's only taken us an hour and 50 minutes.
Oh, so we're playing fast Magic tonight.
This is high speed Magic the Gathering.
From high alert to high speed, I like it. Yeah, the high alert plan didn't really happen. We never saw a single one. Oh, we did. We did see one. I'm a liar.
Did we?
Yeah, you mentioned it. Remember?
Oh, I did.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, Furious Judgment. All right, what else has caught your eye from Kaldheim?
Being a diehard Hardened Scales player, the only card that has really caught my eye, which is a 1-mana green instant that is put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control against hexproof until the end of the turn.
So you reckon that's good enough for modern scales?
Yeah, I think it is. There are a non-zero amount of lists that hit the Moto League list that run 1 or 2 mainboard copies of Vines of Astwood.
Ah, okay.
And I think this is the card.
Yeah, right, because I was thinking it would probably take the Veil of Summer sideboard slot.
No, I think Veil of Summer is really good. You definitely want to play that against
controversial take.
Yeah, it's true. I don't want to rock the boat, but Veil of Summer might be good. But yeah, so Snakeskin Veil, I think I can definitely see running 1 or 2, maybe even 3. Maybe it's really good in the main board. I think the card will give you those crucial.
Ooh.
Okay, getting in there.
High-powered.
2-drop and a 4-drop.
All Guardian projects tonight. That's actually quite scary. Yeah.
Okay.
Island Bliss.
No. Oh no. Well, there's our island. Just a little bit expensive. We're not dead yet. Do they have a land?
No.
The answer is yes.
Do they play at the Guardian project or the
big boy? Surely they play the Guardian project. They know that the clock is ticking. This is their chance to cast it or never have it.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think I prefer they didn't play it because it looks like they've got a pretty sick attack here, but I think we can restore balance.
Restore balance would be really good right now.
It would.
So admonition is now bad.
True. So I think I'm inclined to Sage's Rose Savant and Summary Judgment.
Yeah, that actually sounds good.
Yeah. I do want a Summary Judgment after Dovin's Acuity, though. So let's see what we've got on top. I'm not sure we've got that luxury, though. Ooh.
Okay. This is good, but we kind of need blue.
Yeah. I think this is probably worth keeping, though.
Because we just start killing and removing everything.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's going to be hard to keep up because of the sheer amount of multi-spelling they'll be doing.
Well, they're going to have a lot of cards in hand, but they are still only on 4 mana.
I mean, they will probably draw land as well, right? Oh, that's a big boy.
It is a big boy.
Oh.
I think I've got to use the Summary Judgment.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, it's tapped. Ah.
It is tapped.
Whoops. I think I'm going to just get the Dovin's Acuity going.
Okay.
No, because they can play Beastmaster.
I mean, it's only good when it attacks, but yeah, it does have haste.
Okay, so let's say I play Dovin's Acuity. We go up to 13. They play Beastmaster. Give it haste.
Get it for 6,
Give
7,
the
8.
Serotok +2/+0, so that's 8, and we can block the boar. So we take 8 down to 5.
Well, the thing will have to attack as well. The 4-drop.
Oh, yeah. And so we can trade that off with Sage's Reservoir. Okay. I think this is alright. Given our mana troubles, I think their card advantage engine is a bit better than ours. But also, we need this thing to attack if we're going to Summary Judgment it. But I guess we could Law Mage's Binding it. Maybe that was the play. Maybe we should have just bound the Serotok.
Yeah. They're having a big old think over there.
Alright, Beastmaster, draw a card.
Everything to plan as
Don't
normal?
play a 2-drop. Playing a 2-drop here would suck for us.
Oh.
Fight spell?
Bam.
Yuck. Okay. We take a pounding.
That we do.
Really want to draw a land here. If we draw a land, especially if it's an island, I think we can top it.
That's not bad though.
Either. That is not bad. Okay, so I guess we bind the Serotok, tether the Beastmaster?
And we're going to take another 2?
Take 2. If they have a creature with power 4 or greater, we die. Maybe for that reason we need to tether this. Yeah.
So, how much mana we got? We got 4.
Yeah, so I think we tether the boar.
Do we? Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I was running out of time. What were you going to say?
Gruul Beastmaster can't target itself, can it? Right. No. Okay, good. It's a problem.
Yeah, that's lethal.
Well, wait. Just let it resolve. They might put a counter on it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Wishful. Is there anything we can top deck with Depose? The answer is no.
Alright. I got us.
Yeah, I reckon if we weren't having mana trouble, we would have been good.
We had all the tools to win that game. We were just choked on lands. So it's possible I should have mulliganed.
Yeah.
Well, that hand was... But I mean, we've kept a few hands like that. And I don't think it's been that bad.
True. But yeah, as I was saying, Snakeskin, Veil, Kaldheim, Hardened Scale is very good. Because when
I
they
think
go
that
for
card will
that,
be
like, fateful fatal push, and you just, like, win even harder in response.
Yeah. Or are you just are you a little tunnel visioned on the amount of modern that we've played? I play Grixis Death Shadow, so we've played the Grixis Shadow versus Hardened Scales matchup quite a bit.
Yeah, we played that a lot. Well, it's just that in the format, like, you're gonna get pathed, you're gonna get fatal pushed, you're gonna get bolted.
Yeah.
And although bolt isn't, like, amazing against Hardened Scales, because you just go, okay, cool, I'm just gonna put some more counters on that thing that you bolted. But I think the ability, because, like, those are the cards that slow you down, and the ability to, like, negate their effect entirely and get a very positive effect as well. Very strong.
Yeah.
Like, it's the reason why some people play Vines of Astwood in the main. It's because you just nug that random removal spell that means that they would have died if they didn't. Like, if you didn't have the Hexproof spell. Like, they had to remove it, but...
Yeah, because I suppose it lets you go for those...
like the really sharp, fast lines that are soft to removal.
Yeah, kind of dumping all your counters on Income off Nexus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumping all your counters on Inkmoth, dumping all your counters on Ravager, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, card seems very strong. Blossoming Defense was a staple of Standard for the whole time it was legal, and sees a bit of historic and modern play.
Okay. I think that card is secretly good.
Oh yeah, 2-drops that get bigger in the late game, fantastic. Being a 2/1 here is kind of punishing for it though. I'm going to pass the turn, and then they're going to attack thinking it's a free attack. Because if we block, they're threatening the activation, but then if they actually go for it, then we Summary Judgment them and time walk them.
Not interested.
Or they don't have the mana. This looks like the Gates deck.
It does.
So, got to be scared of that sheep.
Yeah, that's gonna...
Oh, I wish Shimmer of Possibility was an instant.
They call that one Impulse, and they call it good.
Yeah. Would you like to attack, sir? No, you would not. Okay. Eyes everywhere. Cool, I think we just hold up Summary Judgment and deploy.
Yeah, that seems fine. John Doe. Are they diamond? Damn.
Yeah, we're ranking up here.
Yeah, our fake ELO must be real good.
Yeah.
All this winning we're doing.
Yeah, so I wonder if the pairing is based on...
Oh. Open the gates.
Big fan of this card.
Stop having them be closed.
You got Orzhov Guildgate in there?
Ooh.
No, more Rakdos. So no white, I would assume. Which means no angel. Savage Smash. I guess we deploy in response.
Yeah. Summary Judgment isn't going to do much for us. And if he wants to attack, he can trade with the Thopters.
Yeah.
I think... Ooh, he's weighing up the options. John? He's having a think. What do you think, John? John, how's it going?
Do you want to attack or do you not want to attack?
Oh. He chose
not want to attack.
He chose not to.
Okay, let's get in with one Thopter.
Yes. One Thopter. Got him. And then eyes? Yeah. Oh, we're just putting them in the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, this is pretty good. They do have a handful of cards. I'm very scared of the Gates deck as well. It can do some powerful things.
Yeah.
Sure.
Really going for it. I mean,
Sure.
Summary Judgment with trigger on the stack? Okay.
I don't think it matters though, right?
Oh. Yeah, that's bad. Are we killing the Beastmaster? That seemed good for
pretty
us.
good. That looks good as well.
Shimmer time?
Shimmy timbers.
Wow. Get some
All action.
stuff.
Let's grab another binding.
Binding seems good. I'd almost like don't hate the idea of the locket.
Just to get a bit of card advantage.
Because it gets us that extra mana for the Sky Guard. And it
True.
also will draw us cards at some point.
True.
Like, yeah, I agree now. Like, I really... Ooh. Hello. Go haste, go haste, go haste.
So I think it keeps the haste permanently from Riot.
Yeah, it does. It gets it forever.
Which means we keep it with Mass Manip.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's fine. We'll... How about no?
Just find your kitty cat. Yeah, lands are good.
Yep. Well, we've got Mass Manip up now.
Yeah.
I like how the theme is, hey, you, stop, you're breaking the law. Also, here's a 1/1 that we will attack you with for every turn of the game.
Yeah. There's the Gate Colossus.
Oh, I think that one belongs to us.
Yep. I think it does. Oh, removal as well? Okay.
Oh,
Arbiter is good. Yoink.
we'll have it. I'll take it. Sounds good. I guess, I know this is now me being late on it,
Okay.
is they could just kill it and then get it back.
I mean, I was aware of that, but that's also true if we're Law Mages binding it. So now we're going to make them go through the rigmarole of putting it back on top of their deck.
Only to Law Mages binding it.
Ooh, this is good against that particular line.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
I
is
think I like
too.
that.
Yeah. I like unblockable 2/5s with Vigilance. Oh, and we're so
Vigilance with the
mana
shield.
efficient. The EPA is coming around to your place now to give you an award for efficiency.
Hey!
That's rude.
That is unnecessary. Sphinx's Insight is good. So I think we just bind the Spellbreaker and keep attacking?
Yeah.
Oh, and we can put the shield on as well? Hell yeah.
Which means
Does
we
that
probably
cost mana
shouldn't
to
attack.
activate? It does.
Oh, we can shield and then attack and then activate on a later turn.
Yeah.
Man, just the search for Escanta hanging around.
Yeah, it's been pretty strong. Okay. Action? That is
More
action.
removal. What about Sphinx's Insight? Go get a planes.
Oh yeah, I like that. Nice. Oh, and we find the Dobin security. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's tether. And then mill them at end step?
No, I'd wait. Like, tether.
Sorry,
it.
on their end step.
We'll wait for them to play a gate, basically.
Yeah, but like if we get to their end step and they haven't played a gate, we still
yeah,
want to mill
absolutely.
them,
Yeah,
right?
sorry. That I am on complete agreement with. Because I think 3 a turn out of. Oh,
There's the
fuck.
sheep. Ah, damn it. Now I need to put a sensor in at this late time in the video.
Oh no, I ruined your job.
Oh, they've got hexproof.
Oh.
From Spellbreaker.
Okay.
Okay. Removal plus... We're starting to run out of removal spells. That sheep might do us in. Yeah. That is not gonna do it.
I ain't gonna do it. And it's got vigilance too. Bleh. Mill him now.
Yeah. Oh, we can steal it with eyes everywhere.
They can activate back.
Yeah, but that's okay if that's how we want to spend our turns.
Oh yeah. Okay. And we just keep milling them.
Yeah.
7. 7 is strong. Man, that card is so stupid.
Back down to 20. Alright, nice. Back to us. Perfect.
We just start swapping though, right?
I think so.
Because I think digging is going to be us
We've got
digging
8
our
mana,
own
so we
grave.
can activate eyes and then activate the mill.
That seems good.
Seems pretty good. Ours. Shame we can't summary judgment when it's on our turn, or when it's on our side. Uh-oh. You have...
Okay.
Shark to trap. More Savage Smash. Okay.
Oh, hang on. Is he going to next level us? Is he going to do the Sky Tether?
Do what to the Sky Tether?
Does Sky Tether say enchant creature you don't control? Okay, no, it says just enchant creature.
Don't think I want lands. I think we'll just keep playing this game.
Yeah, like if we still make our land drops and we just keep locking it down, keep milling them. Oh shit! I'm making your job real hard tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, we're only like 2.25 hours in. Yeah. Yeah.
This is a nice and didn't activate.
Ooh, what just happened there?
Put on top.
Yeah.
Because he knows
because
we can just mill it.
Yeah. It's at least one less card that gets milled, though. I don't think we care about a 5-2.
Especially when we've got their 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, they can take it back next turn and hit us for 5, but that's alright. So let's... Sphinx's Insight. I don't think I've ever cast a Sphinx's Insight at instant speed. Oh, perfect.
Attack with the ram.
Yeah, we might as well. Do I play a gate first?
Oh, you absolutely play a gate first, unless we need it from... Like, if you want mill, then we can just go acuity, like gate acuity mill. Or if you want binding acuity, then we'll have to play the planes.
Oh, I suppose I've got summary judgment for the acrobat as well. Yeah, okay, let's go.
We've also got their 2-2. Oh, I guess they could swap it. Yeah, that's what they would do. They would swap it.
Yeah. So they can swap it and hit us for 5 this turn, but I think that's fine, because I think we win next turn. Hey! Oh, doesn't have vigilance.
Oh, kill it! Oh, no! Oh, we had an opportunity to point our own summary judgment at it.
Yeah, but I think we just go Dovin's Acuity,
Pass it.
mill them.
Yeah.
And take 5.
How many cards are on deck? Oh, yeah, we're looking alright.
Now 5.
I'm seeing a non-zero amount of Skewer the Critics.
Yeah. 2 skewers.
Shark to Crab, damn, look at it. Yes!
Nice. Alright, that's a...
Beating
pretty
the
sick
ram!
deck. No problem. Man, they threw a lot of heavy hitters at us. Arinx Spellbreaker, Sauroform Hybrid, Gatebreaker Ram, Gate Colossus. Yeah, they got some good cards in their deck. Nice. Yeah, that seems fine.
Yeah,
it's not special, but it'll do.
We're on the draw, so we'll get an extra card. We'll get a 1-drop. Which is fun for a control deck.
This was a pretty good win condition. Last time, it shortened the amount of time that game was going to go for, and it's possible that if the game went to infinity, they were going to win.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, like it really upped the clock rather than now 1-1 just going boink.
I'm glad we haven't faced another blue-white control. I like long games of Magic, but I'm not sure I could stomach a Clear the Mind Mirror.
Oh god. You don't block this, right? Yeah. Oh boy.
All played whites. I think I just equipped the shield here.
Yeah. Like it won't stop.
Either that or I play the Locket so I can Night Arbiter next turn, but I think if I just put the shield on this turn and then deploy next turn.
1/1s aren't great against the Plague White.
True. 1/6 on the other hand.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pray that we don't eat a removal spell.
Interesting. Oh, right. Yeah, because it gives it -1/-1.
Yeah, he's still gonna get in the 2.
Yeah, okay.
Jade.
That's pretty strong.
Jade Blugula.
Okay.
To deploy or
yeah, I think we just hold up the deploy. And then probably double block the Blade Juggler.
yeah, okay, that's fair.
Or I guess we could lock it and tether.
Could lock it and tether. We could lock it
and that guarantees Night Arbiter next turn.
We could lock it and mill. Can we lock it, tether, and mill? Yeah, we can.
No, we can't.
1, 2. Yep, you're right. Sky Tether does in fact cost mana.
Yeah, I think we'll just deploy and hope for a land.
Okay.
Ugh.
That's a bit of a problem.
Alright, I'm glad we held off on the Sky Tether then.
Oh yeah, that's basically the... You're not going to tether?
Doesn't get Hexproof, right? It gets Indestructible. Death Touch and Indestructible. Okay, we can deal with that. Looks like they're a bit stuck on lands as well.
Which is good for us.
It is.
Are we going to take 4 here?
No, I think we just take 2, right? They can't attack with the Plague Whites anymore.
Yeah, we can block the Plague Whites now.
Yeah.
And attacking with the Pontiff seems bad. Because they sack a Plague White to get in for 2?
No, because if we block... Because if we block with the Night Arbiter, they can sack the Plague White to give it...
Yeah, I mean, but like, even if they just like sack it proactively so we don't block, like that's bad.
Oh, yeah.
If they try to...
Yeah. So I mean, if they attack with Pontiff, we take 2. That's fine. So I'm excited about So back to Kaldheim spoilers while our opponent's taking their time.
Yes.
Card we don't have in English yet, but the translation so far says Mystic Reflection.
Oh, the sharks.
So it's we'll put it up on screen, but it's 1 and a blue instant. Choose target non-legendary creature. The next time one or more creatures or planeswalkers would enter the battlefield, they enter the battlefield as copies of the chosen creature instead, and it's got Foretell for a single blue.
I think it's real good.
Yeah, we were talking in our LGS's group chat today about some of the cool things you can do with it.
I didn't read the card.
Correct. Yep. Adrian learned that reading the card explains the card.
I did. I was like, oh my god, this just goes infinite with every single token maker that's ever been printed. Like every creature that ETBs with a token, you go crazy. You draw the game because the stack never empties.
Yep.
But it says,
yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of funny things you can imagine with it. Like I like the idea of going off with Scoot Swarm and Craterhoof Behemoth.
Yeah, that seems wild.
But like back in the Land of Reality, I think just combining this with Omen of the Sun, because that's already a card that sees standard play in the Doom Foretold decks.
Oh yeah.
Just use it to, like, even if you just copy your opponent's Lovestruck Beasts, even if they can't attack, all of a sudden you've generated 2 5/5s for a single blue mana, or I suppose for 2 white blue. Just it seems like there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah, and the fact that it's an instant and just can show up out of nowhere. I think this is like, we could be recorded as having hot and bad takes, but this feels format defining.
Oh wow, you reckon it's that good?
I reckon, because like, you can't, like, how can you play a creature when they have a Foretell card now? And they have like a 1/1 and you're about to play your Questing Beast. Right.
I mean, I suppose,
like Questing Beasts everywhere will soon
it's kind
become
of cool that
0/4 walls off of
Birth of My Leaders.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's one of the weaker modes of the card, but it's strong that that's a mode that it has. Like sometimes it'll be this card that you just combo off with yourself, and sometimes it acts as like a quasi essence scatter or as like a Frogify counterspell.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like, this is the card I'm going to win with, and also if you're getting ahead of me, I'm going to stop you from winning with it.
Yeah, cards that have that sort of modality are usually quite strong, and this is cheap. It's only 2 mana to hardcast and 1 to Foretell. Yeah,
and I don't think I think the way that the Foretell play pattern is probably going to go, I reckon it's going to go like like most of the whoa.
Opponent just couldn't hack it.
Didn't want it. Well, opponents out there, if you're listening, I really appreciate it if you concede, because we're in hour 2.5 of this recording.
Yeah.
So we're really looking for any outs we can get here.
I mean, hey, good thing we've got Kaldheim spoilers to talk about.
It's true.
So yeah, do you reckon Doom? Because I'm like, one of the things I'm more excited for Standard, and sorry to bring Constructed into this limited program.
Dirty Constructed.
All right, back to back winning in time.
Yeah, well,
yeah, because I'm quite excited by Trickster Thief's Heist, which is the saga that lets you swap creatures on its first chapter.
Oh, I think that's going to be.
Yeah, so I like the idea of playing that in an Esper Doom shell. This hand?
It doesn't cost anything yet. Like this
I
would be great.
Shimmer for a land?
Yeah, we can shimmer for a land, that's true.
But then like the first thing we're doing is Sphinx of New Prav.
Or Sphinx's Insight.
Yeah. No, I think this is a mulligan.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's better.
I think we have to put Mass Minute back.
Which is unfortunate because we really don't have any shuffle except for
I don't think we
Clear
have
the Mind.
any shuffle effects. Oh yeah, just Clear the Mind. I suppose we've got a lot of scry though. We can put cards to the bottom.
Sure, we can raise you up from the bottom of our deck.
Adrian Walker, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. I'll insert
sucks
some
to lose
applause there.
Minute, but I guess we could get greedy and put the Night Arbiter back, but I don't think they like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, this just got better.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I like the idea of Trickster God's Heist in an Esper Doom deck with Birth of Meletus and Omen of the Sun and Shark Typhoon. So I'm wondering if Mystic Reflection has a home in that kind of deck.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
The problem is that you're entirely relying on your opponent to provide the creatures, but you can use it as that Frogify sort of mode.
Yes. Yeah, I think where you'll see this is where I think you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it in a shield.
Shield's down.
Sorry, we'll cast again. We'll shuffle it out of the bin.
Can we draw a land, please?
That's good. Ask and you shall receive.
Then do we bind the Bell Haunt or Sphinx's Insight?
So if we insight, we go up to 20, we take 5, down to 15. And then potentially we either play Night Arbiter or we do some binding.
Yeah. I think I like that. There's a chance the Night Arbiter gets removed, but I really want to see if we can stick it on the board, because that will kind of stop all of our beatdown woes.
Yeah.
No land. And I don't really want to admonition the Bell Haunt.
No, that'd be better. Ooh, Mardu.
Ooh.
Don't mind if I Mardu.
Opponent is doing some interesting things. Ooh, that's a scary one.
That's a scary one. Afterlife do.
Okay. All right. Well, that works actually, because now we can binding the Racketeers and play Pegasus to block Oligarch.
Yes.
So now we're just taking 3.
Do we want to cast binding now, or do we want to wait?
Can't think of a reason to not to wait. Yeah, it's nice that there's no instant speed hexproof or protection spell to worry about.
Yeah, not like that Kaldheim format.
Or Fate of Resistance from M21.
Oh yeah, that was a good one, and a fine showing of how good the Fader removal spell plus put a counter on your board permanently is.
Yeah, so do you think, like, how good do you think Snakeskin Veil, is that what it's called?
Yes.
How good do you think that'll be in Limited?
I think it'll definitely be a player in a green deck. I think it'll be. I don't think it's like 1st to 5th pickable in lieu of better cards, but I think it's very good. I think it's like a nice little value piece that'll help you fade some. No.
Ugh. Double Undercity's Embrace?
At least they're not getting the ding off of it. Summary Judgment, that thing right now. Into Dovan Security, gain 2.
Other way around, but yes.
Yes. Sorry, I forgot what the card did. Oh, hello.
Oh. Big action.
It's a little unfortunate that Oligarchy is judgment proof.
Yeah.
Which is
we do have
hilariously apt now that I just said that sentence.
Ooh, Rebel Belt Recluse. Okay.
Oh, we should binding it. Or do you like pray to sweet Jesus that we lift the single white removal spell?
Or a land, so that we can Dovin's Acuity plus. Or we need to lift an island specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need to take risks like that at this stage. So yeah, I think we just bind the Recluse and pass the turn. We don't have the mana to do this.
That's not binding.
So I think we just pass.
I mean, it eats a judgment pretty good.
Recluse.
But unfortunately, it's just wrong timing for us.
Yeah. Oh, nothing. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Our opponent's got all of the hits.
Okay.
So I guess I have to admonition here?
Yeah. Which is fine, because you'll draw a card.
Yeah.
If we get a blue, that's awesome.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Jig said, no, not the gate. Okay.
Alright, we're actually in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, we need to draw an island.
Because we now need to deal with 2 threats.
Oh
no!
No!
Okay. Alright, once again, just kind of a little bit struggling on the mana. Like we weren't able to deploy our hand efficiently.
Yeah.
Okay, good beats.
Alright, last one. This is
Winning
it.
in.
This is the last one.
We deserve a 7x with this deck. This deck is sweet.
Yeah, we do. Hey, Arena, we deserve it.
Yeah, so I was talking about Snakeskin Veil with my brother the other day, trying to compare it to previous cards. And it bears some similarity to Ranger's Guile, which was not a good card at all. Like you would generally, it was like sideboard material, and you generally didn't board it in unless you were in a really heavy removal matchup.
Yes. And I mean, got superseded by Blossoming Defense.
Right. But Snakeskin Veil also looks a bit like Feet of Resistance from M21, which was a premium white common. I think it was the second best white common in that set. Because the +1/+1 counter was relevant, but the protection also protected you in combat, which Snakeskin Veil does not. Wow, we're playing a mythic player.
Kosher Funk. This seems pretty good.
Top 500 as well. This looks pretty good. All right, we got our work cut out for us for the.
Okay, Kosher Funk.
For the finale.
Let's see what you got. Some red mana. Pegasi.
So.
Is it?
Yeah, I can't quite. Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Acuity?
Yeah.
Or shield and just get on the front foot.
Or lock it to play around Quench. I don't hate that.
When it comes to Acuity.
Yeah, like I really don't want to get quenched here.
Yeah, right.
So. Oh, they do have something. Oh, and that lets us put shield as well. Nice.
That was way better than I thought it was.
Cool. Alright.
Oh.
Guildgate. Yeah, I was going to say the blue-red looks like Gates deck. But the fact that they didn't play Gates on turn 1 or 2 made me think not. I don't know, that was kind of bizarre. Alright, well now I just have to hope they don't have Quench. Oh no, we can pay for a Quench. Nice.
Nice. Okay.
Good.
Looking good.
Not too much removal yet, but thankfully they're not spewing dudes onto the board. That's fine.
It's fairly low impact.
So,
Put a...
yeah, anyway, Snakeskin Veil has kind of some similarities to a complete dud in Ranger's Guile, but some similarities to a format all-star in Beta Resistance. So I'm very curious to find out where this one lands.
Skygo?
I think so.
I mean, this could be
playing around Quench.
If we're still playing around Quench, do we just play the Sphinx?
I think I like that. Yeah.
Also, what if we go all in on keeping them off double green?
Oh, that's an interesting thought. The problem is that would take our entire turn.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I don't actually think it's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, good to spot that though, because that could certainly be relevant at times.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
I mean, I'll trade 2 for whatever. Like, I'll take the 2.
The balls on Kosher Funk. Okay.
I don't have those kind of balls. Whatever balls he's working with, I don't have that.
Got us. Form hybrid, sure. Homunculus.
Okay. So we can just attack here.
Yeah, so I guess we attack for 4. And then play Skyguard?
Seems good.
I think so. Do we want to get in with Pegasus?
I don't know if we do.
Yeah, it kind of blocks.
What if we equip? Because if we equip Pegasus, Pegasus can block the Homunculus.
Yeah. Probably, again, that just takes our entire turn is the problem.
True.
It says Vigilance? Dope. Maybe I should attack with Pegasus. Shrink your dudes.
Shrink them. This feels like an attack with Sort of Form Hybrid, and if you block, I will adapt it. Yeah. Right.
And if we don't block, we take 5. I think that's fine. I think we're winning that race. We've got quite the air force going on.
And the deck is sort of chock full of removal. And we're going to gain 2 next turn, probably.
Yeah.
And if he dumps all his mana into it, we're quite happy about that, because then we've got fine attacks in the air next turn.
Yep. Seems pretty good to me. Shimmer. Yeah, I think I like Insight.
Yeah.
Or we could Shimmer and try to find...
Well, we can Shimmer and Insight.
Yeah, so it's a question of whether we want to Shimmer to look for a Law Mage's Binding to chuck on the hybrid. But if we Sphinx's Insight and find a land, we can then just replay the Dove and secure it in, just gain 4 life and do it that way.
I mean...
So I think I like attack with these 2, post-combat play Sphinx's Insight and Dove.
Right. Well, and if you draw exactly land binding...
Yes.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
We're also definitely on the front foot.
Yeah. We could also draw Sky Tether here. Take action. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's got the big calls.
And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you play Magic.
That's amazing. You name the cards you want to draw, and then you draw
them.
See, I've always just been applying that principle to single cards.
No, you got to go double.
Next step. You name both the cards that you want to draw.
You got to get ambitious.
Oh, that's a scary card. Or it would be if they weren't at such a low life total.
Oh, put a counter on it.
Secondary Homunculus. Can't adapt that one now. Okay, I guess they can double block one of our flyers. I guess let's Shimmer to try to find a removal spell for it then?
Yeah. Okay.
Quite what I had in mind. Sacred Judgment. I think I just put the shield on the Sphinx and get in with the Sphinx.
Oh yeah, wow, that makes all of everything better.
Yeah.
Because they basically just have to jump.
Yeah.
It's got vigilance.
What a sick card.
Okay.
In the Abyss. We get to activate it this turn as well.
Oh, we do. We have the mana for it. Arix is good.
Exit Arix. Give it haste and a counter.
Get to double dip.
Wrong.
I think he's probably gonna hit us with a bit of a scoopsville here. Because, we got this looking pretty good for us.
Yeah. I mean, they do have 2 chumps. So...
Yeah, but we've just like all manner of card draw in our hand. Oh, we won.
No, not yet. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm not saying no to free value. I'm not saying no to free value.
Spell Pierce.
Check out this value. Good game.
Ah,
Kosher
see you later,
Funk.
Mythic Player.
Yes!
7 and 2. We
7
did
and
it.
2.
Very
And it
good, Sam.
Only took us 2 hours and 42 minutes. All right. Quick deck debrief so that fine listeners can go to bed. Because you know you stayed up too late watching this. You know it.
Because Lord knows
it.
we did.
So, we did.
We did this for you.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Got our Cetessan petitioner. Very important. Ah, yes.
Very good. All right.
Entirely vindicated for spending gems on this, by the way. Oh, I mean, it would have been better if you spent coins, but you live and learn.
Doesn't make any difference. So I just forgot to put that. So we're just going to put the deck up on screen so you guys can see it now.
Oh, deck up screen right now.
Yep. So yeah, if you haven't played this kind of deck before, the card draw engines are really what's key to this. The Sphinx's insights and the Dovin's acuity, they were the engine that made this whole deck tick. Because if you fill your deck with 1-for-1 removal like Summary Judgment and counter spells, not that we had any of those, and think that you're going to get there with a clear the mind win, you're just not. You're going to 1-for-1 your opponent until you're both out of stuff, and then they top deck a threat and you top deck a land and you lose. It's cards like it's all of these card advantage engines that let you keep playing that long game, generating more resources than your opponent. And the fact that they gain life is really critical. People often dismiss life gain as irrelevant. You know, white often gets joked around as it only gets life gain. The thing is, life gain on its own is garbage. You should never play just a straight life gain card. But life gain, when it's stapled to an already good effect, very strong. You look at the difference between Vraska's Contempt, which was a $20 rare back in Ixalan, and the new one in Kaldheim, whose name I don't quite know yet, which is exactly the same card, just without the 2 life rider, and it is a common. Life gain makes a massive difference when it's on an already good effect, and Dovin's Acuity and Sphinx's Insight are kind of the perfect representations of that. And then we've got a couple of cards in here that look like they're strong, particularly if they enter the game. Cards like Sphinx of New Prav, I could take it or leave it in this deck. It was good when we had it, but it was really not the glue that held the whole thing together. Same with Azorius Knight Arbiter. Humongulus was actually quite good. I was actually quite glad we picked that up. That was, in fact, I'd possibly prefer to have 2 Humonguluses. Humonguli? than even having the Night Arbiter. I think the Homunculus was quite good. Mass Manipulation is a bomb. I remember at the start of the format, everyone was uncertain about how good this would be in Limited. It's such a crazy mana cost, but a powerful effect. But yeah, thing is a bomb. Games go long. You steal 2 or 3 of their things, and they will just never come back. So yeah, and I guess the other priority with a deck like this is keep your curve low. You saw a couple of the games that we lost when we got multiple 4 or 5 drops kind of clogging up our hand, and the games that we won where we were able to go Sphinx's Insight plus hold up Summary Judgment, or Shimmer Possibility into Law Mage's Binding. Those kind of double spell turns are really what let the wins keep flowing. So yeah, card draw and life gain, and keep your curve low is really what you want to do with decks like this. And I think this was a pretty good illustration of that.
I agree. Fantastic.
Excellent. All right, cool. I think that'll do for us. Thanks for sticking around for such a long journey. I hope you enjoyed the control that kind of mercilessly crushing opponents as much as I did.
This was a luxury draft. This is a high-end luxury draft where you got to enjoy at your leisure the demise of others.
This was one of those expensive drafts. One of those top shelf drafts.
Like a rich champagne.
All right, that'll do for this. Thank you for joining us for another edition of the Draft Punks. If you have any thoughts on the draft itself, any picks that you might have made differently, or different reads on the draft table, please let us know. Or if you would have made any different plays throughout the games, we'd love to hear from you. And if you have any ideas for fun draft challenges or stipulations, we're taking submissions for some of those as well. So let us know. You can find us on Twitter at Punks MTG. You can find me personally. My name is Sam at Calm Mirror.
And me, Adrian, at Walkerade.
And Adrian, do you know what they call a werewolf on YouTube?
I think I know this one. What is it, Sam?
Like and subscribe.